Hello, I'm Pastor Rick Hope, pastor of First Baptist Church Lillian. Here is today's daily devotional thought brought to you by First Baptist Church Lillian and No Compromise Ministries. I am standing in the Mission Outreach Center, part of the Agape Food and Clothing Outreach, a partnership of First Baptist Church Lillian and No Turning Back Ministries. No Turning Back Ministries does the 99% of the legwork, let's say 100%. We provide them the space. We provide them occasional help. We pay the electricity. We do all that because our desire has been for a long time to not just be a church that talked about serving others, but actually served others. I'm thinking right now about food. You look at my size and you say, well, of course you're thinking about food, but not necessarily that. I believe that as Christians, we need to feed ourselves physically and do it in a healthy way. That's one of the reasons that I've recently been working out, going to Camp Gladiator, watching my calorie intake. Maybe one of these days, Bridget won't need a wide-angle lens to film me. I believe that I should take care of myself. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 20 says that we need to glorify God in our body because our body is the temple of God. And when we get hungry, eat healthy. But I also believe that we need to also feed ourselves spiritually. I'm thinking of John chapter 4. I'm thinking of Jesus as he was sitting on top of a hill with a water well there, and a woman came up and Jesus said, give me a drink. And she said, well, you don't even have a bucket to draw with. And he said, if you knew who I was, I wouldn't be asking you for water. This is in John chapter 4. But you would be asking me for water because I have for you living water where you will never thirst again. I believe that we should constantly be drawing from the living water, investing in a relationship with Jesus, and then continuing to drink and feast on His Word. I believe that we have a lot of starving Christians out there. I believe we have a lot of people who have a relationship with Jesus but do nothing in which to nurture it. They have a relationship with Christ, but they talk about being empty. They have a relationship with Jesus, but they talk about not being fulfilled. They have a relationship with Jesus, but they talk about being unhappy. And the reason why is they never tap in. Now, I got to tell you, this is a full food bank. And there's another room full of food. We have freezers full of meat. We have all sorts of food. We have food I've never heard of here. And imagine someone coming and sitting in our reception area saying, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm starving. Oh, if I could just get a bite to eat. And we continually point them to the food rooms, but they won't go and partake. We put the boxes together and bring it to them, but they say, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just not a food type person. I'm hungry. And I've got hunger pains, but I'm not a food type person. No, thank you. I tried food once. It didn't fulfill me. I had a disappointing experience. No, we need to eat of that spiritual food in order for us to grow. And when we find something that we don't like, we need to partake of something else in order to find the exact style of worship and the exact way that church is conducted that will feed us as long as it clings to the Word of God and the living water. That's what it's all about. Have you fed yourself spiritually today?